Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse. We've just successfully managed to get some info from Pearl and Dwayne, who have now left, and we picked up a candle, which I guess is going to come in handy at some point. And now we need to find out what secret is waiting for us in this chapel. And to be honest, the only thing I can think of is that weird altar over in the corner, because it just looks so modern compared to everything else. But let's speak to Nico. Okay, Heavenly Lights, Bells, Smells, Ouroboros, Black Madonna. And we've spoken about most of these things.
I found a statue over there. A Black Madonna.
Great! What did you find out about it?
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all we've got.
Well, it's not a lot to go on.
It isn't, to be fair.
Got any ideas?
Let's find the Ouroboros that Pearl mentioned.
Yeah, so we've got to find an Ouroboros somewhere, and we've looked at these carvings and things, and there was nothing there. My guess is that it's going to be somewhere over here.
It was a wall of rock.
And we've got the wall of rock, and I think before we tried to use this on here, and he just said no or something along those lines.
That was never going to work.
No, alright. So unless there's like an Ouroboros on this or this, I'm imagining
the
it's going
Black
to be...
Madonna was clearly the focal point of the chapel.
It's going to be over here, because this is where it goes to the mountain, right? Which is where the face was.
A modern plaster altar had been built against the rock.
Yeah, see, it just makes me think we've got to do something to it. I think we tried this before.
I hoped this was the right thing to do.
Yeah, look, he's going to do it now. I'm sure we tried this before and he didn't do it, but... Oh, well, there's a
Hey,
ring.
Nico, I found the Ouroboros.
Yeah, it's the Ouroboros. Excellent.
So what now?
Pearl was right. The plaster had covered an Ouroboros.
Okay. So
I
what do
couldn't
we...
see anything unusual about it.
What can we do with that?
I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing happened.
Oh, okay. Nothing's happened. Maybe we've got to... hit it again.
I'd already found the Ouroboros. There was no need to damage any more of the chapel.
Okay. Has it, like, done anything to the rocks?
It was a wall of rock. I pulled the Ouroboros, but it wouldn't budge.
Oh, it won't move. Okay, so if we've got to do something to, like, pry it out of place. Maybe we can use this thing, because this is an Ouroboros.
The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall.
No. Okay, so we're going to have to use something to pry it open, I would guess. Maybe we can get, like, a tool or something from over here? I'm sure we looked at the toolbox, but maybe now we're able to get another tool out of it. Because it was still a hotspot. Yeah, look, the toolbox.
It was a selection of tools.
Okay, so that's not a thing. We've got the candle, though I don't suppose the candle's going to help us.
I already had a candle.
Yeah, so we've already got a candle, so we probably don't need another one. Nothing else here. So we tried to pull the Ouroboros, but nothing happened, which makes me think we must be missing something. Nico, any ideas? Nico?
Nico?
Okay. Took a while, didn't it? Alright, the Ouroboros.
Got any ideas?
If the Ouroboros represents hidden knowledge, maybe there's something else we need to do before it's revealed.
I mean, why would that be a thing, to be honest, Nico? So we've got the Ouroboros, the builder's mug. Oh, hang on, there's a recess here now. What's this? Was that there all along?
There was a recess in the wall with a Latin word carved above it. Puritas, purity. I'd seen that word before somewhere.
Purity.
It was a recess in the rock with Puritas carved above it.
You'd seen the word somewhere before, so maybe like on one of these things?
Hobbes had sketched the face he'd discovered in La Maledictio. I'm sure, like me, he thought it was a portrait of a person rather than a lump of rock.
Yeah, I had the same thought, that it was a person. Okay, so maybe the papers? Ah, pure light.
The third passage read, pure light, white light, pure light will win. So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. Interesting.
Okay, so
There
we've
was more
also
about
got...
light, and somehow the Tabula Veritatis had a connection. Simeon would have known what it all meant, but unfortunately, Simeon was dead.
So yeah, intertwined with the light of man to become pure. So we've got to create the light of man, maybe, for purity?
It was a recess in the rock with Puritas carved above it.
Okay. I mean, we do have a candle.
I placed a candle in the recess above which Puritas had been carved.
Okay, does that do anything?
I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing happened.
So you can push and pull it?
I pulled the Ouroboros, but it wouldn't budge.
Okay, so unless we've got to do like something with the matches? Oh, he is doing something.
What was that noise?
Something made a noise.
Ex igne Puritas. Through fire, purity.
Oh, did we light the candle? I thought the candle just stayed lit. I mean, it makes sense that it wouldn't be lit in his pocket, actually, but... There we go.
Another secret passageway.
Amazing, George. How
So it
did you
was-
do it?
Just another case of the old Stobart magic, I guess, Nico. It looks a little dark in there.
Are you scared, George?
A little bit.
Of course not. Just worried about you tripping. That's all.
One short and very dark climb later. Wow, it is
Oh, this is one dark cave.
very dark. Shouldn't we have grabbed another one of those candles? Oh, good.
It's the door that worries me, George.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm sure the door will open again if we give it a minute. No need to panic.
Well, that's good. About a minute later.
Now we panic.
Yeah.
Help! I gotta say, Nico, you're pretty calm about this.
Traveling with you, George, I've got used to this kind of thing. If I panicked every time a door shut behind us, probably forever, well,
You're right. What was I thinking?
Yeah, what were you thinking,
You
George?
see if you can get the door open, and I'll go check out the
The
dark,
abyss.
evil-smelling cave.
Evil smelling? What makes it evil smelling? We're assuming
Fumbling
things.
around in the dark wasn't going to be fun. But heck, I'd spent a lifetime doing it, so what was new?
Okay, tall thing, smooth stone, unidentified thing. Oh god, we've got one match left.
It was the only illumination I had. I needed to save it as a last resort.
Oh, okay, so we can't even use it. Why didn't we take another candle? Squidgy hole. That doesn't sound...
I could feel something smooth and spherical with clumps of what felt like fur or hair.
Okay. I mean, we probably don't want to... Bottomless pit. We don't want to go there.
For a moment, I imagined falling forever in the dark. But it was just my imagination running wild. The floor was solid.
Good. That's, yeah, not something we want to get involved in. Tall thing.
The thing had branches like a tree.
Tree? Figment of the
I had
imagination.
no idea what might be lurking in the darkness.
Okay. Big thing?
It was cold to the touch and felt like carved rock.
Carved rock. Okay. Stone object.
It was stone with a recess in it and... an oily liquid in it.
Ah, can we light
There
that
was
on
some
fire?
kind of thin twine in the middle of it too.
Yeah, that's going to be like a... some sort of thing we can light.
Hey, Nico, I think I found some light.
Whoa. Whoa!
Whoa!
Okay. This
it
place
must
is cool.
be GEHNEN. Ramon said he disappeared while searching the mountains for the tabula.
So this is where he ended up. Dead in a cave.
It's grim.
Hole in the head dead.
Oh.
Decomposing for decades dead. And on closer inspection, I'd even say blown your own brains out dead.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, George, I get the point. What is this place?
Who knows? But look at the Gnostic symbols.
You're right. The colors, the trees. But who is she?
It looks like the Virgin Mary, but I don't think it is.
What do you mean?
The red robes and that whole off-the-shoulder look? It must be Mary Magdalene, of course. Marquez told me that the Gnostics revered her.
Where are we looking here?
This place, it's some kind of Gnostic shrine.
Nice.
There's got to be something to release that door. Maybe amongst these carvings.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so.
But if it was that obvious, don't you think GEHNEN would have found it?
No, probably not. Because he didn't have La Maledictio and things like that, did he? So maybe there's a clue on there. Alright, so we've got some pillars. Let's have a look at these.
The pillar had been carved into the shape of a tree and painted green. I knew it represented the tree of life.
So that's green, and I'm guessing this one's going to be blue.
The pillar had been sculpted into a tree and then painted blue. I knew it was supposed to be the tree of knowledge.
I mean, it's kind of weird that it doesn't look blue and green, though. These do, even though they're faded and they've lost some of the colour, but these just look brown.
There were ancient scratches on the plinth, as if someone had moved the statue.
Right, so
I'm sure that this is Mary Magdalene.
So that can move
The
potentially.
red robes. It all makes sense. The Madonna would be wearing blue. So, who's the child?
Well, according to the Gnostic Gospels, when Mary kissed the lips of Jesus, she,
Oh, I see.
Yep,
So the Gnostics think that the suckling child is...
I guess so.
Oh, there we go. So we can do something with that. Let's have a look at the corpse. It looks like we can actually like investigate this and the lamp properly.
Getting up close and personal to GEHNEN's leathery corpse wasn't pleasant.
No.
But we had to figure out how to get out of there.
Yeah.
GEHNEN had certainly been busy before he blew his brains out.
Ugh,
I wonder what he'd been up to.
it's pretty messed up. It's a canteen and a
It was an old
flashlight.
flashlight. It looked like it died around the same time as GEHNEN.
Hopefully this doesn't run out anytime soon.
It was an old water canteen. The contents had long since been drunk.
Can we? Okay, we can't do anything else with those. What's this? An
Nico.
artifact.
What?
Is this what I think it is?
An artifact.
It must be the Tabula Veritatis.
Wait, what?
So GEHNEN did find it.
It's so small, so innocent looking. Why would Simeon call it evil? Why so many deaths for this?
And why go to such lengths to keep it hidden?
Unless it is as genuinely dangerous as Simeon claimed.
The question now is, what do we do with it?
To be honest, I thought it was just going to be like a rectangular stone tablet rather than that shape, but okay.
The photograph was of an ancient clay tablet. GEHNEN had written on it.
Alright.
Someone, presumably GEHNEN, had taken the time to translate the inscription.
Oh, that's
At a
helpful.
glance, the inscription seemed to relate to the exploits of someone called the Sun King. The
Okay.
symbol on the tablets looked similar to the ones etched into the face of the Tabula Veritatis.
So what's like this, the BACD thing about? And there's potentially an E there? So we've got all these symbols. Okay, we're going to have to try and figure that out at some point, I'm sure. There's a
I
map.
prized the map out from under the arm of the corpse.
Alright.
It looked like GEHNEN had scrawled some kind of last testament onto this map. My friends, I know that you will eventually find me, but by then it will be too late.
Oh.
I have decoded the tabula, and I know our destiny lies in paradise. The key to the power of God is in our hands. I die secure in the knowledge that you will now be able to complete my work. Tell my family that I died doing my duty, that I surrender my life gladly to the cause. In the light of the day, these words will fade, like our souls. But rest assured that when they do, their echoes will guide us to where we will meet once again. I'm not sure, but it looks like crafty old GEHNEN left a secret message in his testament.
Yeah, look at the bold letters, A to E. So that's going to be key, isn't it? There's going to be maybe like locations on a map or something. So we'll have to try and figure that out as well. Let's carry on seeing if there's anything else.
It had to be GEHNEN, in which case the body had been there for decades.
Yeah.
There was a bullet hole in the side of his head. Just like us, he'd been trapped. He'd chosen suicide.
Rough. Right,
I picked
gun.
up the old gun.
Take the gun.
It was too corroded and rusty to ever be fired again.
Huh, okay. Anything...
It was a fedora, just like the one in Gehnen's trunk back at the Castell. The years hadn't been kind to it.
We can't lift it up or anything? No? Okay. Filigree frame.
The circle of iron was set into an ornate frame that covered the oil lamp.
Could that be important?
Oil in the bowl of the lamp fed a wick, illuminating the room with a warm glow.
We've got an inscription.
Ex luce veritas. Out of light, truth. I'd seen the same words on the fresco at Castel des Sants.
Yeah, so maybe we've got to do something with this frame, like put something into each of these circles to project something again. It's only the only thing I can think of at the moment. Alright, well, we also need to figure out what to do with all of these things to you know, work out how to get out of here. But we'll do that in the next one because we're out of time. This has been quite the development. I'm really excited to see what happens next. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Terminally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Barry Aldridge, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadin and Paul Leone. And I'll see you next time.